This is the severely edited TLDR ADD version of how to ride a handstand. It's been 45 years since I'd ridden one, and it took me 28 attempts to get that opening run. Now I'm going to show you how to do that. My new board just showed up today. I researched the net a little bit to find one that didn't have two kicks on it. I had to cut a 1 3/8 inch off the side and then taper it on up to the front, because this front edge is the most important edge because of where my hand is placed. Now I just have a Ryobi jigsaw that I'm cutting the board with. Then I'll have to sand it down round 2. Slightly irregular in one spot. I don't think it'll be a big problem, but we're going to find out. You want to sand a bit and just even put a little bit of roughness on the underside so that your fingers have a little bit of extra grip on here. This is principle number 1 as far as technique goes, is you're going to lock your elbows when you get there. And the second thing is, you're probably not going to be able to do it with a regular board. When you have double kicks front and back, it's really hard because it pronates your wrists. You want a dedicated board, just like surfers have a dedicated board for high waves and speed riding, and skiers have a board for like moguls. For handstands, you want a dedicated board. You want a flatter board than what you would normally ride, and long boards won't work. They're just too long because you're like stretched out like that. You're not going to want a street that's too steep. So when you're first starting out, you're going to want one that's flat. Steering the board in a handstand is done with your wrists. And that's why hand placement is very important, and why you want a flat board, and also why you need to place them at the ends, because when you place them in the middle, you can't steer it, which means your trucks are going to need to be kind of loose. So the way you're going to start, you keep it in front of you and you just push just a little bit like that, bit by bit by bit, before you get comfortable. Eventually what you'll do is you'll wind up jumping into it, holding it, and jumping into the handstand. I think I got to loosen the trucks up a little bit. They're kind of hard to steer, so.